Okay, so now that we have our simulation, we have our geometry and all the attributes that we need, we can start doing some look dev. And for that, we're going to use Solaris. Solaris is a look dev context. It's the stage context. And the first thing that you have to do is to bring your SOP geometry into Solaris. And to do that, you just have to lay down a SOP import and choose what you want to bring. So I can just come here to the SOP path and choose the cloth geometry or the cloth null. So now I have my cloth here and I can scrub, right? I could just create geometry here. I can use a SOP create and just go in and just start creating, just some geometry. Any geometry, this is like the SOP context, but I don't need to do that now. And I actually like to create to keep like the context separate. So one thing to keep in mind is that once you select a node into the Solaris context, your viewport changes to the Solaris viewport automatically. So as you can see here, you can choose from Karma XPU, CPU, Storm, which don't really know what it is, the Houdini GL, and the Redshift IPR or viewport render, right? So we're gonna use the IPR, but I want to keep for now with this Houdini GL. Okay, so now we have our cloth here, and I'm going to copy this and import the beads. So let's import the beads here. And now the strings. The seams. It's actually seam out. Seams, yeah. For now, that's what we need to import. I'll be creating a set in a sec, but for now, that's what we have. And we can merge them together. You can see that we have all of the geometry we need. You can see that this Houdini GL actually shows the hair, shows the curves, and it shows some thickness. I actually will need to change that thickness because it's too thick, right? I can do that now. I can just come here to actually keep this selected and or select this and then pin the Solaris viewport. And now here on the strings, I can just go and lower the thickness, and you can see that you have feedback here, right? And the seam also, I should lower this a bit. And for now, it's okay. As you can see, this is all, pretty fast and, just playing correctly. So one thing that I actually want to do before I keep going is to push all of this up. So I want to add a transform. I'll select all of this, guys, and do this, and now this. So I just want to, I need to leave this viewport. I don't know why it doesn't show my manipulator here. I guess it's because my transform is in the SOPs. It would be nice to have that. Yeah, I don't think I can see that, so I need to unpin this. And now I can pull this up. Okay, so just let's go to the side view with space 3. Make sure that I'm above the 0. And yeah, for now it's okay. So going back to this context, I have my object, the object that I need to render. So before I start creating more stuff here on Solaris, I'm going to create a set, just a backdrop for our scene. Actually, I should rename this. Actually, cloth creature. And now I'm gonna create another geometry. I could do this inside of here with a SOP create, but I prefer to do it like this. So I'm gonna create a grid. And just make it long like this along the Z. Actually, before that, I want to apply regular density set, preset that I have here. So I'm going to do another tutorial on this. So now I have always a regular density. Now I can add a band. And actually, let me just show all objects so I can see my object here, which is in the center of the world. So I want to bend this and change the length a bit so I have like a nicer curve. And I'm going to pull it back a bit. Maybe like this. And create output, actually a null. So set out. I don't think I will need UVs, but it's always good to create the UVs. So UV project, and it just projected it, initialize, it's fine. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So now I can go here and grab that object. Cool. Let's merge it. Oops. Oops. Yeah, I think it's fine. I need to create a camera. So I could create a camera here in SOPs and just bring it into Solaris, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to create a camera here. So this is how it works. You just start creating the stuff that you need just in here, just connecting all of them together. So I need to lock the camera. Just go back a bit here. Okay. I think for now it's good. I think it's, I would like it to be closer to the floor actually. So let me go back here. Okay. like this. Just making sure that it doesn't go through. Okay, I think it's fine like this. So yeah, so if now I want to start adding lights, it's pretty easy. This is render agnostic, so it's just a light, not a redshift light. And I can split this in two. Just I want to put my camera here, and so I can just look at what's happening in the camera, and I can start adding some lights. Let me just yeah, I need to make sure that I activate the light. Oops, Control Z. Okay, let me just position the light here. I think this is like this. I wonder why I can't. It's locked. Yeah. So let me move the camera here and the perspective. So how do I do that? Okay. Perspective. Okay. I don't know why I can't move that, but it doesn't matter. Let me just look through the camera. So I think it's okay for now. And now I want another one that will just be on the other side there. So this one is there, this one, yeah. So I just want to rotate this a bit. So I don't know, why this viewport doesn't show all of them. Do I need to? Oh, okay, they were not connected together. Okay, cool. So let's just pull it back a bit. And now we can start turning on redshift and just looking at everything through the redshift lens. So as you can see, it's really fast. And that's one of the advantages. And then, the way you look at your scene, it's really, really nice because it's easy to understand what you have in your scene. So if you want to start adding materials, you can create a material library. So this is a material context where you will build your materials, and then you have a material linker where you decide which objects are assigned, or which materials are assigned to which objects. So we can play with that. So let's create a redshift material. I'm going to call this cloth beads strings. Sorry. Seams. And the set. Okay. So let's say I want to apply the material to the set. Okay, so I want to change it. I know I don't want it reflective. Well, it's reflective, but it's with 1 in the roughness. I like how it looks, and I like this model here for this kind of stuff. So if I go to the material linker, I can see they have my materials here, so I can just drag them, and now I can choose which objects use which materials. So the beads, to the beads, cloth, seams. I don't know what seams 1 is. I think I forgot to rename the set. So set, and the strings. So I forgot to create, no, it's all good. So now to edit the materials, you just, like I was doing before, you just go in and, you start just playing with it. For the lights, there's also something really cool, which is the light mixer. So you can drag the lights in here, and then you get some sliders with some options that you can change, like the color, the exposure, for example. So this is the front light, so I want it a bit like this, and the back light same. And I usually change the exposure actually, but it's fine for now. So I should have this at 1. This is exactly what I do. I have usually this at 1, and just play with the exposure. I think it at least feels more natural, because I do photography also, so I don't know, I prefer it like this. And you also have the light linker, which is great. It's similar to the material linker, where you just drag your lights here, and then you just link your object. So for example, I don't want this light here to light up the set. So I know this is area light 1. I guess I should rename this. So let me see. Here to the mix. Yeah, so this is the front light. Can I rename it here? Let me see if I can. Okay, it doesn't matter. So front and back. I don't know what's happening here. That's very strange. Is it because of this? Let's see. Okay. Cool. I think it's okay for now. And like I was doing before, I want to bring... Oh, okay. For some reason, there's still... Let me see if I... Okay, let me create another light linker. Back. Okay, I don't know. Yeah, see, this replicates the lights. I don't know. I don't understand. Might be a bug or something. So I just want this to... So the backlight, I don't want it to light the set. Yeah, so another really cool thing that we have here is the way we can manipulate lights. So if I want to manipulate this front light and click this icon here, I have a few options. So for example, if I press Control and drag with the left mouse button. I can adjust the distance. And I can also adjust the light brightness with Control-Shift. And I can do a few other things which are really cool. Like, for example, for this one, I can just come here to the specular, and I can say where I want it to point to, right? So I want it to be here. It's actually pretty cool to use it for the rim lights. So something more like this. So it's pretty nice. And then I can go back to edit and control drag and adjust how far it is. And then I can also adjust other stuff. And you should explore this. Right. So let me just undo this. Actually, I want to keep it on the position I had before. And this is basically the gist of it, right? So we just need now to start playing with a more artistic side. So let's save this, and I'm gonna bring the camera closer. And I'm gonna start adjusting the strings here. So actually, before doing that, I need to add a few things here. So the cloth, I want to add a smooth to the cloth. It's fine now, but if I start getting closer, you can notice that there's not enough geometry. So the way I do this here is I add a geometry, a rendered geometry settings, and I have access to all of the redshift attributes, and I can just enable the tessellation, and now it's smoothed. So the same way I did that, I can do it for the strings here, because maybe it's not noticeable from this distance, but they are not cylinders actually, they are flat planes. So I want to adjust that. So I do the same. I just create a render geometry settings, and then go to the strands, and I want to create all of this. And now change the cylinder and render curves as strands. And they are really thin now, but I can actually multiply this. Actually, let me see. Okay, so it seems like these curves don't like this normal attribute. Don't understand exactly why, to be honest, but if I just delete it, everything looks okay. So the strings just show up. So yeah, at some point I will figure it out, and I will let you know why. Okay, so let's keep going. Let me just actually, I want to pin the Solaris viewport. I want to change the radius of the seams here, which I can actually do here. If I just create the global multiplier, and yeah, I think this is cool. And I like the thickness of this guys too, so let's just change the materials. So I'm just gonna use some I'm gonna use the same material for the strings and for the seams. So I'm gonna create just a new one here, and just call it lines. So, and I'm going to apply it through the material linker. So lines and strings. You can actually open it and apply directly to the curve or to the mesh, but I'm just applying to this group. So, and the seams too. No, actually, I've applied the seams twice. So the seams and the strings. Cool. So now both of them have the same material, and I'm gonna actually they don't. So let's refresh this. Let's take a look. So I think the seams, yeah, okay. This is a bit confused at first. Strings, I don't want this to apply to anything. It's very strange. Okay. I guess I still don't understand this correctly. So let's create a new material linker. And let's try to figure it out together. Okay. So beads, cloth, lines, it's strings and seams. Okay, set, and that's it. Now it's working. Let's save this. Definitely one strong point of Cinema 4D is this material, applying materials and changing materials. Is much better. But of course, this has other advantages, I guess. So yeah, so let's just change it, and I want to make it kind of a almost white. This. And then I think the beads can have maybe a metallic and be maybe some red, maybe something like this. Yeah, I think it's cool. And let's just work a bit on. I'm going to take this 2 from here. Let's work on the cloth material a bit. And what I want to do is actually to drive the color of the cloth with our piece attribute that we created here. So we have a parts attribute actually that we created previously. So if I create user color data and plug it into color, and now use parts, parts point, let me check. Parts, it should be working actually. Let me plug it in directly to the surface just to check. Yeah, it's working. So now I have this, each part has like a different value. I just need to connect a ramp here. This works you know, like normal Redshift work. And maybe magma. Okay, cool. Let's go to our camera. It's looking interesting. So I might create some kind of cloth texture here. I use OD tools actually as my material manager and file manager and everything, so it's great. Let me just choose from a few that I've created in Substance. So this jersey dots is cool. So let me create a texture. I'm going to create two actually. I'm going to double click this one and then look for the roughness, double click. Okay, now I have this two maps here. So one of them is the bump map, so or the normal map. Let's put it in here. I need to be careful because I need to have both as raw. So input. Okay, we have something. Tangent. Okay, it should be. Okay. Okay, I just paused it for a sec. I don't know what was happening here. I was not getting the bump map, and I just came here, created a delete attribute. Delete didn't even do anything, and then it just refreshed the mesh and kind of started working. I guess some normal problems, so I actually don't need the attribute delete. So I don't know. It was some kind of refresh issue. So if I just 5 here, I think it will look better. I will also want to add this to the roughness, which is reflection roughness. Looks a bit more like cloth. What I can also do is to change this to this model here, which gives us a nicer sheen effect here, and I can also go here and make it softer, so it looks like a soft cloth. And I can even just plug in the roughness here if I want, but this is totally fine. Let me just look at my notes. Yeah, I think it's okay like this. If I just go closer, you start seeing the detail. I'm actually not entirely sure if I should invert the Y or not. It looks okay both ways. So I think the material is okay. I feel that that seam is a bit too thick, actually. So let's go here to the seams and just lower this to 0.3. Yeah, it feels better like this. Okay, so it's looking okay. I think I'm gonna go and maybe change the color of this background a bit. Maybe I should go and add some kind of green, bluish. I think green is fine. I like it like this. I'm not entirely sure if this one looks better. I think it kind of looks better. Or let's leave it like this for now. I just want to add a nice gobo to the light. So let's go here to the front light, and I'm gonna I have some Grayscale Gorilla gobos here, so I'm gonna create like a simple one. Double click. Yeah, okay. And going to change the shape, so the spread. Let's see, something like this. Looks cool. And now I'm going to lower the intensity, lower the exposure. Oh, actually, it's this. Looks like this has a few bugs sometimes. Yeah, I don't know why I can't lower the exposure. Yeah, let's go with intensity. Yeah, something like this. Why not? And now, kind of making a bit of a mysterious look here, and I think I should rotate this a bit. So transform, and like, is it here? Yeah, just let's see. It's actually fine, I guess. Let me see if I can change a few more things in the light. The opacity, no. I think this is a bit too strong, actually. Maybe I can add a bit of a light into the background, and it will create some bounce. So I might add a spotlight, actually. Let me just save this. So let's do that. Save this. Let's add like a spotlight. I'm gonna leave the camera a bit. Have a weird position, this spotlight. Okay. And gonna have it here. And what I can do is use this to adjust the specular. So I want it to point there, and actually it just left its place. So I think I might need to keep orientation or fix distance. Keep orientation. Let's see if this works. No, the light just went there. I don't know why this is happening. I want the light to be rectangle, actually. And so let's do this. I think I can adjust the look at Shift T. Okay, cool. Let's go to the camera. Okay, I can see it there. open the angle a bit. Intensity, let's try the exposure. Yeah, cool. I think close it more. Maybe bring it here. So I can add some softness. And I guess there's not much bounce because the light is not here. But I can create another light. So for now, I think it's okay. I can see some of the green, maybe a bit more soft, and just open it a bit more. Let's see here, shape. Okay, spot full of angle. Yeah, I think that's what I want. I can even add the same gobo, actually. Something similar. I might use one of my gobos. I generated this with AI, actually, some of them. Kind of like this one. Creates like a strange shadow. And I can rotate this a bit. Oops. Yeah, why not? This is interesting. So what about if I change the shadow a bit? I think if I change... no, actually, I think there's something here. Yeah, it's like softness affects gobo. So if I just up the softness, the gobo should actually get softer. Yeah, exactly. So I guess maybe like 5, 10. And let's just up the exposure a bit. Yeah, okay. I guess this is interesting. So I think I'm gonna add another light here. Like bottom. So I'm gonna link it only to the object. So this bottom only to so exclude the set. Okay. Okay, not bad. Maybe I should actually rotate a bit. And now just like this. I think it's not bad. Yeah, why not? I think it works okay like this. So maybe I should add some depth of field. Depth of field is always something that looks good. So let's save this. Come here to optical, and set to create, and maybe change the sampling here, and the f-stop should be, 1.5. And now what I can do is to use something really cool here, which is the the focus plane. So if I press Shift F, I can select, let's see how this works. I can select Shift, I can select where I want the focus plane to be. So I want this part to be in focus. Not here. And if I just lower the f-stop a lot, you can see what I mean. So this is the focus plane here. I can, of course, the focus plane will be bigger. This will be more out of focus. So I think like if I put 1 or maybe 0.7, you get a bit of depth of field here, but not too much. Okay, so we are almost finishing. Now we just need to render a sequence, and render a sequence, you just plug in this Redshift node here, and it changed your settings, as you can see. So now it has different settings. So these are the normal Redshift settings that you know. So I'm going to go to Advanced, change this to secondary engine brute force. The sampling, I'm going to enable the progressive sampling just for now, and I think this is okay. And now I can just render to mplay. So this is there's the output here. I think, yeah, this is the resolution. So I'm gonna divide this by 2, this by 2. So actually, I don't think I need to do that. Let's undo that. I can come here, override camera resolution, and just render at half. And then this is the output. It's going to be saved on the render. I'm gonna, on the render folder, I'm gonna choose JPEGs for now, and that's it. So you just press render to mplay. Actually, you can't forget to just turn on this render specific frame range, because I don't want to render everything, so I don't need to render maybe like this first frame. So I just shift control this and put like 10 here, and I don't want to render everything, so I'm gonna go with 150. Actually, I can change this here. Save, and just render to mplay, and it will start showing the progress here. It shows the console or all the details of your render, and then it will at some point open mplay and show you what's rendering. It's actually rendering. So let me. Yeah, it's rendering using progressive. So if you don't want to, you can disable the progressive sampling. Stop this render and render again, so it will render by normally like I forgot the name. So at some point, hopefully it will show. Yeah, it's here. So it's it's rendering here. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and that you learned something. Please let me know in the comments, and see you in the next one.